What's going on, guys and gals? CheFPV here, ATXRC Productions, Troy, whatever you want to call me, man. Come to you from Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all those places. Check us out. But today we are here to talk about batteries and battery charging and parallel charging and all of that. So I'm going to throw up on the screen right now a quick post that I got posted up on my feed today, and I started checking out, and it started making me really thinking about this. So here's what we saw about parallel charging today. Now read through the article real quick, or the post, and you'll see this guy says he was actually charging 3 or 4 different brands. I think 4. He says 2, 2, and 1 and 1. Supposedly all the same. He was actually just checking voltages, whatever. Walked away, came back, they were on fire. Well, guess what? He lost a whole brick, 6 batteries. And the reason he lost 6 batteries is because he was trying to parallel charge. Now, parallel charging, for those that don't know, is basically taking a stack of batteries. In this case, I have 5, but let's say this guy had 6. Taking these batteries and hooking them up on a board that's called a parallel board, and that board basically makes the charger think that it's one large battery. So take all the milliamps, add them together, and now you can say it's a 3S blah 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 milliamps and charge it. Now, I already just, in hearing that, if I was new to hearing that, would instantly think to myself, well, what about the charger? Like, I mean, it's only meant to charge one battery. You're going to overload it, right? Well, yes, you could charge a larger milliamp battery and all that, and you're not overloading necessarily the hardware. But let's say you have a dual charger and you do this twice, and you've got 6 2,000 milliamp batteries on there. I mean, in theory, yes, you're putting a lot of strain on the components. A lot of power going through that parallel board too, and all these connectors, and just that's my initial thought. Is there's one step that just wow. So, what are the advantages of parallel charging? I mean, the only advantage is the speed of which you can charge. So I could charge 6 batteries in technically faster than I could if I individually charge, one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. I mean, I personally would argue with that, but I've never parallel charged, so I don't understand how you could pump the same amount of milliamps into here that you can't into here times 5 over 5 cycles. I mean, I guess you don't have to stop in between each battery, so you save some time, but you're really still trying to push the same amount of power into them. And yes, it trickles in and then goes in and then starts trickling down. So I do think that, yes, you could save some time. The ultimate time saved, I'd like to actually see some stats on, because I can't imagine it's that much time saved. You're putting strain on your hardware. You're straining yourself stressful-wise, or you should be, because you should be stressing anytime you hook up this many batteries up to each other, for a lot of reasons. One, if you're going to parallel charge, there's some rules you follow. All the same packs. This guy had 4 different brands. Some will say, well, they're all Lipos and they're all the same ratings and all that. They should be. But we all know people lie about discharge rates and ratings and all that. And we know that cells go bad, and we know that 1 or 2 or 3 factories make all the different cells, and then they grade them, and certain companies get grade A's and some get grade B's, and you don't know which grades go where. So if I buy 2 batteries from Tattoo and 2 batteries from Jin or wherever, and a Pulse and something else, they may all be technically the same battery, but who's to say they're the same consistency of chemicals inside, the same age of chemicals inside? These things do age. They sit on the shelf for too long. Guess what? It's an old pack. It's not going to perform like a fresh pack. There's all kinds of variables in just the manufacturing process. I can take these 2 tattoos and test them against these 2, and because these 2 were 2 months before these, even if they've never been used, they will have different chemical, signatures theoretically. Will it be enough to affect parallel charging? Who knows? For me, a high-tech multi-charger X2 right here. I've always used dual multi-chargers. Never even used triples or 4s or wherever. Just a good dual charger at 3 amps. I could charge 12 of these batteries in 2 hours, which I did last night. 2 hours, 12 batteries. Did I have to come over here and stop and start? Yes. But I was right over there in my living room, so I could hear and see it. And it was in my bread box over here, just so you know. I have like a Oh, you can't see. I'm using the other camera. Whoops. I have a bread box thing over here that it's like from the 60s. I have it on my Facebook page. So it's just, for me, there's no reason. I'd much rather keep control over my packs. If I'm going to trash one pack, I'm going to trash one pack with a bad charge or whatever. I'm not going to have 6 packs tied together where one bad cell and I start charging them causes all of them to start going awry. It's just, for me, you know, it just doesn't make sense. Who does it make sense to parallel charge for? Well, guys out there that, you know, maybe making videos about it and all, good, great for them. Maybe it works for them. Maybe it's for them, it works. Maybe if you're a professional racer or on a, you know, national YouTube channel that everybody, or a worldwide YouTube channel that everybody's watching you guys, and you guys are burning 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 packs a day, you don't have enough chargers to keep up. Parallel charging makes sense. You probably also have a deal where you're getting some bulk buys on batteries or whatever you're doing, and you're getting some good batteries. It's probably less of an issue for you to, you know, lose a couple of packs in a bad charge session when you have 80 more right behind it, or when you're charging in the basement, you know, of your, you know, multi-rotor, you know, hangar warehouse of, you know, whatever, man. I mean, I'm not hating, dude. It would be great to have all those things, and that's awesome. But we see these guys doing these you know, battery parallel chargers, and they're making videos about it and all that, and they're giving all the information. But we're in an industry and in an age right now where so many people are just trying to get in, and they're just, I mean, it's like keeping up with the Joneses, guys. You know, guys come in, and the first thing they want to do is go buy a parallel board because they think they, you know, they've got 4 batteries, and they got to be able to charge them real fast. Like, you've got 4 batteries, bro. Charge your batteries single. Just get them charged when you, yes, you can let them sit for a day. Don't worry, it'll be okay. But you don't need to be parallel charging your only 4 batteries. I mean, first of all, that means you have to charge 4 batteries, which means you have to kill the other 4. And again, just all the in between. They have to be the same voltage, same what, everything, man. It's just, you're going to ask for problems. You're going to eventually make a mistake. And the risk of parallel charging, to me, is just does not outweigh the reward. I much rather, for a reward for me, is knowing that I can charge the packs I want, how I want. I don't have to worry about charging this pack dependent on, oh, this pack needs to be charged too. So, I mean, I don't know. That's just me. At the end of the day, parallel charge or not, just charge safe, guys. I personally, again, I will never recommend parallel charging, and don't ask me about parallel charging because I don't really care or know to care. All I do know is logically it doesn't make sense for me. I might change. There might be a day where I get to go burn 30 packs in a day and I'm going to need the parallel charge. But I'll be honest, I think at that point I'd buy 10 different chargers and just run them that way. And I have a whole board of rather that than a big mess of possible wire fire. Anyways, guys, protect your family, protect your copters, protect your batteries. It don't matter, man. And again, I'm not here to argue. I just wanted to put my thoughts and my experience out there. Unless you really have a reason, don't worry about it. Fly safe, fly smart, fly for fun. Fly CheFPV. Peace.